We're live.
Greeting and salutations. What's happening, peoples?
So I bought two new blues. Well, one new blue. This is Ultramarine. I bought a bigger tube of it because the one I used on the sky originally ain't gonna last much longer.
Right on.
I bought this cobalt blue, which is lighter, which I was thinking about fading in, but the overwhelming vote is to go kind of darker, except for the guy who is paying for it. And
Okay.
his vote counts the hardest.
Right on.
And he wants me to do a mixture. So I'm going to do some darkers actually at the bottom instead of at the top.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's Eli telling us that his birthday is May 17th.
Yeah. It's coming up.
He wants to go out to Five Guys or something.
It sounds good. I like Five Guys.
He's got a plan.
Yeah, man. It's always good to have a plan, Eli.
Yep, Caitlin Ware was here last night.
Very cool. I'm glad she showed up.
Prussian Blue, which is the color that I've used to mix for the cool colors.
Right.
I'm doing a little bit more of it because, like I said, doing it on the bottom because that was what the end decision was. We're going to go dark to bright, not dark to light, but dark to bright.
Right.
Go up. And one of the big reasons is because when we do the moon, I can actually take that white, the other blue, and add white and kind of paint a halo around it before I do the overlapping halo from the kind of yellowish color.
All right. I'm going to see. Oh, go ahead.
It might even get a green hue out of it. Let's see, I'm going to lift this light up but try not to aim it directly. You guys can see well. All right.
Yeah, I see good. It looks good.
So my plan is to first try to get Cthulhu done. Now you see what I was talking about, when it dries, it darkens. Remember how bright that looked when we stopped last time?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little bit brighter than his head, but all of it's not, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm getting an echo from the
Yeah, that feedback's coming from your microphone. I was just checking to see if it was my computer.
I don't know. Does anybody else hear feedback? Because I hear an echo. I don't hear any feedback.
It sounds kind of like when you're watching a movie in classroom and it's kind of.
Well, let's put on some background music. See if that affects it any. I almost bought a new brush today too.
Are you addicted to brushes?
I don't know if I'd say I'm addicted to brushes, but I keep wanting to get. Alright, so I'm being told the sound is echoing. That means I've got to put my earphones on, maybe.
Yeah.
Which I really don't like to do, but in the interest of.
I'm just hearing the sound whenever you talk. I don't know if your mic's set funny or.
Yeah, that's what I'm just hearing too. Like, let me see what I can do with the mic real quick.
All right.
That's weird. Do you hear the music being goofy?
No, the music sounds fine.
It's skipping on my end,
Mm.
which is really, really weird. Wow. Yeah, all I can get to right now is the microphone privacy settings.
Mm.
Now it's stopped skipping. It was skipping like crazy for a second. Now it's doing that again.
Yeah.
Is that better?
No, I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, I'll put my earphones on, plug my mic in.
Alright.
I was really reluctant to do that because I can't stand them after a while.
Right.
Alright. Eli, are you going to help? You want to plug this mic in? Don't do it.
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, yeah.
How's that?
Still hearing it. I don't know. It's crazy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Is that better?
Yeah, I hear
All
you
right.
clear.
No feedback?
No feedback, man. You're crystal clear.
That's weird. This is the mic. Remember that mic was acting up, so
Right on.
I went without it for a while.
Oh, Sean says better. Yeah, it wasn't just me. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was being told that it wasn't just you, so. Yeah, like I said, they said early on that if you experience feedback or echoes, then it was probably a good chance of it being because your headphones are out.
All right. But yeah, you sound great now, man. Crystal
Cool.
clear.
It's really weird. Like sometimes it's very clear, sometimes this mic goes loud and crackly. Remember?
Yeah,
'Cause we were having problems with it before, so.
right on. Technical difficulties.
Alright, so the first color was Prussian blue if nobody heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
How you been, Sean? And I used the white from the big tube instead of the little tube.
Looks awesome so far.
How have you been? Like, how have you and Holly been?
Hey, I remember you guys. What's up?
It's kind of not forgettable, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I can imagine, man. Cutting firewood ain't no joke.
Yeah, he's got a, he made a saddle for it, what the hell is it called? Workbench, right?
Yay! I'm kind of hard to forget too, but sometimes I even forget
Knowing whether people wish to forget you, right?
Nah, man. Most people, they either like me a lot or they don't care about me. It's never in between.
I don't know. Yeah, never forget about it.
Yeah. A log cradle is what it's called. We just confirmed it.
Oh yeah, cradle. Yeah. Well, I read a post earlier because he's selling them. He's making them if somebody wants one.
Very good.
So we'll put that out there if anyone's listening and wants one that's around. I don't know if anybody is around that would be using one.
I switch my lights around, man. Yeah, I don't look like I'm sitting in the dark no more.
Right? I have to switch my lights around a little bit too because of the mic. Alright, so.
Yeah.
Trusty water. Yeah, I'm kind of limited now.
What?
Limited in movement because of the earphones. Because if I just yank my arm across.
Right on. I can dig it, man. If my head gets too much of a glare, here, let me fix that, man. I feel like Mr. Clean over here.
I don't think you're alone. Well, I know a lot of people that are shaving their heads lately. You know, I shaved mine not that long back. I asked Eli if he wanted me to shave it again. He's shaking his head no.
Of course. Hey man, bald is beautiful. Unless you're under a light, and then it's blinding. Ta-da! All better. There we go. Bob's Burgers. No. Yeah, so I've been hanging out with Charlie, man.
With who?
Charlie?
Charlie, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you had a spell there.
Nah. He still has my base that I got from Uncle Mike. He fixed the guts in it and everything. He's got brand new strings on it and shit. He's like, whenever you want it, take it home. Damn.
Cool. He asked me about tattoo pricing a while ago, and I really wasn't sure what to tell him because the pricing down there is not the same as the pricing up here.
Right. Oh, shut up. Don't give me no shit. No, back off. Always gotta complain about something.
What's that?
I said the dog's always gotta complain about something. Oh hey, Holly said, tell Eli, she said hi.
I don't know where he is right now. I will, definitely. You made an appearance on here earlier.
Yeah,
for a second.
I think he's camera shy.
What's that?
He's camera shy.
Yeah, he's EY. It's weird. Like, we went to Walmart earlier and like 2 people that knew him said hi to him. One of them was a chick that's on his team. And he just, nope, Not gonna talk to you.
Like
You gonna say hi? He shook his head no. You gonna say bye? Shook his head no. That ain't very nice. No, that's eagle eye.
It's with family, man. Family and friends can't mix, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Family and friends, and family and school, and he knows some people at Walmart because Amanda worked at Walmart for so long.
Right. It's funny what Sean said. He said with the colors you chosen, you could recreate that plate.
Could what?
Recreate the plate.
Plate? Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. Man.
Almost, yeah. This only looks the color that it does because that's an actual orange white.
No worry.
It's kind of because it's a soft white. If it wasn't a soft white, that's a lighter blue. It's actually more like the other blue that I was showing you.
All right.
This is a darker green. It doesn't look like it. It's really weird. And the acrylics, they darken when they dry, so.
All right. Yeah.
See how much of this I can do without putting my hands in it this time.
You can do it. I have total faith in you.
I probably should grab a piece of paper towel, right?
That might help. Yeah. I shall return.
Dog.
No. Just gotta do something about this head, man. This head is very uncomfortable. I should probably situate all that before we start. That would make sense. Yeah.
That's not how I change the color of my balls. Usually it's physical pain.
Yeah. It's so much better. Better. No good.
You guys got a website yet? Halloween Sean, you got a website yet? Because if so, we can hook up a link.
Oh yeah, man. Free promotion. Yeah. Can't beat it.
And I think Dan's watching too, so he might be able to do the link. Joking.
Yeah. He said, not yet. But when we do, we will let you know. You know. Yeah.
You gotta let me know if I go off camera with this because I can't see while I'm painting.
I got you, man. Yeah. Sean says they had Nancy, but it seemed pointless.
Oh, that's what I was meaning. Is that I heard you had one, so I thought we could give the address here or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the reason of this channel. Get the word out to people who are trying to do their own artistic thing.
Right.
Whether it be writing, painting, clothes, drawing,
Music.
whatever.
Yep.
You got a talent.
If it's artistic, we want it.
Not autistic.
Exactly. No. Artistic.
Just saying, just saying.
Just saying.
Enunciate sometimes. It's not a bad thing.
Well, I'm sorry.
Once again, I forgot the hairdryer. I thought about it earlier, too.
Damn it, man.
It's as far as I can get, I guess, thinking about it. Thinking, I should have.
It'll be here last night out in this painting. And you'll be like, I brought the hairdryer. What do you got left to do? The eye?
Well, I got a lot left to do, actually, because we're going to do the darker colors on around the flames. And then we got to do the flames back over again.
Right.
A little bit of brown in here, but I think we're going to go with your suggestion of putting a little bit of like red rock in there. So we want to have everything kind of pointing to Cthulhu.
Right. Everything going to the focal point.
That's right.
I can dig it. Sean says hello to Dan. He actually said that about 2 minutes ago.
Said what?
Huh?
Oh, hello to Dan, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dan's watching, but he may not be listening.
Right on.
He has it on in the background a lot. Amanda's making her appearance.
Hey, Satan. Hi,
Satan. You need a hairdryer?
Yeah,
I asked anyway. So that's one step more than I was before, right?
Right on. Hey, baby steps.
Especially with me.
Right,
baby steps.
Hey man, the baby step is still a step.
That's what they say. Just a very little step.
It's effort. Oh crap, my phone's about to die. I need to plug it in. I'm going off camera real quick, but you can still hear me. I'm still here.
He does this several times every night.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
It's part of the regularly scheduled program.
Right. Kind of my thing, you know?
I have him on here to keep people entertained, and he keeps leaving when I need him to entertain people.
My motto is be unprepared. Yeah. Yay! Move it.
John and Holly have made an appearance.
Yeah.
I'm telling Amanda, so she misses Holly. She misses partying. I'm too old and fuddy-duddy. I have no party in me.
Ah, never too old, man.
I'm pretty much there. I can't do anything. Hurts me, everything. But hey, you know, everybody else should have a good time. I find my pleasure in this kind of thing.
Right on.
So I meme the other day, show somebody sleeping. It's like, this is having fun once you're grown up. I don't know if I'd go quite that far, but
When you're a kid, you don't want no naps. When you're old, you're like, damn, when can I take a nap?
it's kind of like Brussels sprouts.
I've always liked them, so.
It's the difference between boogers and Brussels sprouts.
Mm,
You can't get a kid to eat Brussels sprouts.
right. I used to hear broccoli, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same idea. King.
Oh, what? Moisture.
See that? See how dark that dried right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still just finishing up the modeling stage on this, but so he liked the moon.
Yeah, man. Well,
Anyone that
how
was
could you not
watching
like it?
knows that I didn't tell him, the guy who's paying for this. I didn't tell him what I was going to do in the moon. I just did it. I guess I'm done with the bigger brush for now. I knew there wasn't a whole lot to do on Cthulhu, but just enough, you know. It's almost
Right.
a half an hour, so would have been 4 hours last time, right?
Oh, yeah.
You laughing at your dog?
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. Hey, not today, Satan.
What?
The dog. She's trying to start the bullshit. What's up, Dan?
We need more people talking in the chat.
Still head dying down. Going back to my ship. Going back full stream. Can't wait to see the food. What's up, Dan? And Rich, of course. You say hello.
It's open, Tommy and Chris for Joe.
You like still young, man.
It's an interesting way to put it for people that have to get up in the morning.
Tomorrow Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Mother's Day, that's right. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there that may or may not be watching.
Starting to get into the detailing, that's a no-no.
Shame on you, man.
Shame on me.
Bad, Rich. Bad.
Let's see if I can do this without knocking my water all over the place.
I got faith in you, man.
Glad someone does.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. Go hard or go home.
I think this may be finally your audience.
My audience?
Yeah, like I keep saying, this is not that type of channel.
Yeah.
This is probably the closest it's ever going to be to that type of channel.
Well.
Now you can't see it because it's off screen.
What's off screen?
What I was painting.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the claw.
The claw.
Ooh. The claw is nasty. Cthulhu. Hooray!
Just a touch to make this a little bit more buttery. Doesn't matter too much if I go off into the sky because I'm going to repaint the sky in a minute, a little bit.
Well, no fun staying in the lines anyway.
No, that's kind of the point.
Well, you know, always the rebel. Yeah, I'm going to try to hook up two different monitors to this laptop, man.
Yep.
So I have light.
You should be able to.
All the way around. Yeah, man.
I'm going to show you a cool trick when I do the glow around the moon.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm going to make a stencil to cover the tentacles.
Wow.
Ask me how I'm going to make that perfect.
How you going to do it, man?
I already have one.
Woohoo!
So I'm just going to cut out around them. I guess I'm going to have to use an X-Acto knife though. That way I can weigh it over the moon if I'm going to brush into the tentacles too. But like I said, I want to soften those tentacles. So
Right on.
good lighter color.
I don't think I can remember the last time my tentacles were soft. I said tentacles.
I know what you say. But that reminds me of the Testicle Festival.
Is that a real thing?
It is a real thing.
Wow. I don't think I'd be eating anything at that festival.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd go to the Testicle Festival. Like,
No, not without a cup.
I'm pretty sure I know their theme song.
Yeah. We got big balls.
Yeah, AC/DC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The haunted house would be playing balls to the wall.
If you have Sirius XM and you listen to any of the hard rock stations,
Yeah.
you've probably heard Balls to the Wall more than you ever wanted to.
Great a song, man.
Huh?
I don't think it was that great of a song.
It was alright. It was their only real song.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They did like Balls to the Wall and a cover of Ballroom Blitz, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm guessing here, so
I'm not sure. Let me check my resources. Now that's a fun song. Ballroom Blitz. I dig that song. The song that is getting hype.
I've heard it a lot. And as with all songs that I've heard a lot, I could stand to hear it less.
At work, I'd fucking crank it up, man, and just be throwing wood like crazy.
Where do you work?
when I work. Thanks, man.
No. You totally missed it.
Oh, okay.
You were throwing wood at work?
Well, yeah, we were always handling our wood. Sometimes it get all wet and soggy. It start to smell musty and shit. It get real slippery at times. It's funny, man, because the job before that I had, I used to walk the streets for money.
You what?
I'd walk the streets for money.
Walk the streets for money.
We'd go down the highways and side roads and pick up trash. So, yeah, I was a street walker. The pay sucked. So I went from that to handling my wood.
Well, at least you weren't like the job sucked.
was not my best moments in life.
What?
But hey, it paid the bills.
Yeah, that's what the job's for, right?
Yeah, man.
You hear anything back about the one?
Oh, from the school?
Yep.
Not since the interview. He said he'd get back to me. I'm hoping to hear from him Monday. That would be great. Then I go down and get my fingerprints and all that good shit. You ready to go, man? And that would be great, and I'll be in with the school board and stuff, benefits, vacation. He was telling me you get 4 weeks a year paid time off, like Christmas time, Thanksgiving, 2 other ones I don't remember, but that's a hell of a deal, dude.
How's the alarm look now?
It looks good, man.
I'm really close on it, so it looks different from here than I'm sure from there.
Right on.
And here we go, bumping the camera again. Trying to get the turning radius.
Camera don't mind.
Camera don't mind. People watching like.
Yeah, there is that.
What's that?
I say, yeah, I guess there is that. I don't mind though.
Well,
It didn't disturb my viewing. You know, I'm still pulling splinters out of my hand from Phoenix Workplace.
From what?
From Phoenix, where I was working. Still pulling splinters out of my hand. Right? That's crazy. Excuse me. Ooh. Come on, chat, make some noise, man. Show me that you're there. Let us feel the love.
So I can lay that lighter color down opaque, where I can brush it, or I can brush it really lightly in.
Right on.
I'm gonna kind of fade.
Yeah. Red tardy to the party. Had to feed voracious children. Understood, man. And Jason Duran.
Oh, cool.
He says the man can paint.
Yeah, Jason's been doing a Star Wars project on his channel.
Very groovy, man.
Fan art.
What's up, Sorry?
Fan story.
Very cool. Rich, have you heard about Dyson Sphere fixing contest?
Is that the one that I posted in? That's a writing contest that pays 25 grand. As always, another sponsor.
Yeah, man. Woo-hoo. Not a sponsor, but delicious.
If it's that one, Brett, then I think that's. Yeah, that's. I posted that in.
20 grand, right?
Yeah. I posted that in Slack.
Oh, yeah.
It's me and Jake were actually having a conversation about it. If you go and check it out, if that's the one that I'm thinking of, there's some potential issues with it. One of them being that some of the judges are very politically correct.
No.
Yeah, that's good. So, bigger brush. I guess it's a little bit wider of a brush. Maybe I'll just use the bigger rough one. So,
Yeah.
see that? It's dry already.
You're painting down below the equator. Oh, I see what you're doing.
This is dry.
Already? That's now. Hell yeah. Awesome legend.
So in case anyone's watching that was in on the vote and didn't figure it out, we are going from the darker, dingier blue at the bottom and then fading to this blue at the top.
Everybody wins. Yay!
Except I kind of don't know if I like the consistency of it. It's still quite see-through. I guess I could just stick in the rope.
He is a trained professional. But you can try it at home.
Right.
He actually encourages you to.
Yeah. I encourage you to ask if you've got questions too.
Yep.
I may be able to help. That's just me.
Back in the wood early this morning. Have to head to bed. Let us know next time. We will tune in again. That's Sean.
Pretty much, we're pretty regularly 8:15 Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But that may have to change by necessity.
Right. Have a good one, man.
Thank you guys for stopping by.
Have a great night. Hope you get some sleep. You know, playing with all that wood will make you blind. splinters and sawdust and stuff.
That's a couple that would make you feel like you got a clean mind.
Why? Whatever do you mean? I'm as sure as the driven snow.
Sure as what?
Sure as the driven snow. Can't you see my halo, man?
Oh, you said pure.
Yeah. I blame society.
Anybody watching, feel free to talk. Well, I don't want anyone to think that they can't.
Yeah.
I'm not actually looking at the screen, but if you ask a question or say something to me, then I will get the message and get back to you.
I will surely relay it. Yes, sir.
And if you just want to talk to Joe, that's cool.
Hey, that's always cool. I like company.
I say just want to talk to Joe.
Just that. Dude,
He's definitely my co-host for a reason.
Yeah. Because I look good in that
People
little
wanna-
box
Because
over
people want to
beside-
hear things interesting.
Well, you know.
I'm much more interesting if I can just pop in with a comment here and there. Or focus on the art.
Right on. You're a busy man. I am here to relay things to you. And to keep you company.
So what I'm doing, because you probably can't actually see what I'm doing is, where there's a thicker application of the paint,
Right on.
I'm coming through and kind of lifting the top of it off so there's a little bit less texture,
All right.
because this isn't the only time I'm going to paint over this.
All right.
Now, it's not going to just be pure blue every time. Matter of fact, next time, like I was saying, we're going to do a halo, but that's just depending on when it dries.
Right, right.
Acrylic dries faster, way faster than oils. So,
So stay tuned.
I did put a word into the hairdryer.
I heard. Very good.
I don't know what she said because my earphones were in, so you guys didn't hear the feedback.
She probably
But
cursed.
if I had to guess,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be something that I would repeat on air anyway.
That's what I'm saying. She probably cursed under her breath. Yeah. But hey, that's all right. What her spouse is for.
I don't think so. I mean, she's not really like that. But she might have said you can come get it anytime you want to instead of helping me get it.
Right on.
Which, that wouldn't be a big deal if I wasn't actually painting and on a live stream.
Right on.
But honestly, if I wasn't on a live stream, I probably remembered it before I started.
Right.
Because
I'll take it.
with the
Okay.
live stream, I'm trying to get all the comments and information in the comment box, or the information box below.
Right on.
Like, Because how many times have we been doing this and somebody asked me what type of paint I use?
A lot.
Pretty
Yes.
clear. Like I put it in the comment box a bunch of times.
I think Tuesday I'm gonna text you before the show and be like, "Yo, Rich, grab some hair dryer."
Well, see, the irony is that I have never seen her use it. That's why I didn't know we had one.
Right.
So, like, that's... I don't know if that's on me or not. I'm still getting used to the idea that there is one in the house.
You could have been using it on your hair all this time.
Yeah, well, maybe when I had hair.
It's that darkness you did around the moon makes that thing pop.
Yeah, so it's just doing another layer of the same color because that color laid down pretty thick in some spots and pretty thin in others, and because it's semi-transparent, you can see the stroke of the Payne's Gray underneath of it.
Right on.
Payne's Gray was a lot darker than I had expected. I've seen a lot of people use Payne's Gray, and I know a lot of people that's like their favorite color to use for toning a canvas. So I thought I'd give it a try.
Right on.
That is not the color I'm normally comfortable with. I'm normally comfortable with a color that I can actually see when I put the underdrawing on.
Right. Well, hey. You did damn good for going blind.
Yeah, some of those spots were hard to come by.
Oh, I know.
But, this journey has been recorded, so there's a lot of people that'll keep trying this and going, wow, okay.
Now I see what he was saying. Yeah. And please.
I think maybe I could have done a thinner coat, a thinner wash.
Right.
I really, at the time, I thought it was a pretty thin wash, but I didn't realize. Mostly, I think the problem that I had with it is that it's not the same type of paint that I'm using right now.
Right.
It's the same brand, but it's not open. And I was saying the opens stay moist longer, so I can do a lot. I can do the blending, and I can do I can do a coat of something because they stay moist for so long that I can blend them evenly.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with the Payne's Gray, is that it started to dry before I even got finished swiping the brush across, because it was just water and straight paint.
Right. And guys out there, if you're new to art or anything like that, if you get frustrated, don't trash your painting, don't throw it away. Just walk away for a little bit. When you come back, you'll see things in a different light.
I don't know how many times that somebody has saved a painting from the trash that's been finished and either somebody has bought or there are people that want to buy. So that's a definite truism.
Oh yeah.
walk away, and then come back. The great thing about painting is that if you don't like it, you can paint over it. A lot of times that's exactly what you do is, like, I build up in layers anyway, so what I'm painting is in layers.
Right.
So if I don't like it, just layer over it. Should probably get a smaller detail brush for closer to Cthulhu, which is what I've held off on with this area here.
Yeah.
And I probably will, but I wanted to lay this out first.
Them tentacles are like pow.
Yeah, because I hit them. I hit them with the lighter coat before I did this.
Right on.
Just for that reason. And when I come in between them, like in between the tentacles here, that will be a smaller brush.
Right.
And like I said, this whole thing is not going to be this blue.
Right. Right.
This is just the uppermost sky. And I don't think anyone knew it was going to be this rich of a blue.
Right.
Because, you know, you're looking at the painting from the last couple of stages, and once I got that background, then I just kind of left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm building that paint up a lot more. Because I want you to see the richness of that blue. Ultramarine Blue is like that. It's something that really, it is a deep, deep color if you layer it enough. But what I like about it is that you can add a touch of white and get that kind of true light blue. What I did with the other blue, what I did with the Prussian blue, made that gray because there's like a darker component, a different kind of greenish component that you really can't see until you put it up against this blue.
Right on.
That looks more like a tarnished statue or something than just a baby blue color or something.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's almost got a silvery tint to it.
I really also toyed with doing clouds over here.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of would have dragged it away from it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's so hard to accomplish all the things you want to accomplish with one scene, but the key is the focal point.
Right.
You always got to remember that I want people looking at Cthulhu, not at the sky, not at, even the moon is a little bit more detailed than I probably should have, but I know that I'm going to go back in and soften those details up some with a dry brush haze.
Let's try jellying on.
Jason, are you still in here? If he acknowledges when I'm not looking over.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I just want to know if he's got a... I know he's got a ongoing fan comic book, but I don't know if he's got something for sale.
All right.
And I'd like to be able to be, you know what I mean.
Be able to promote it.
Yeah, trying to help.
Gotta help everybody. That's what he's all about.
One thing I'm glad of when I did the hands here, I went around that blue a few times with the other blue so that I don't really have to in that spot here because
Right.
I covered it the first time. We'll see how it looks when it dries though, but pretty sure. See, we'll tilt this up a little bit, see the whole view. Yeah, there's some kind of lighter spots up there still. And I'll probably just coat them when nobody's looking.
Right on.
I don't want to just coat blue. I'm going to keep moving. But I may not too because I'm going to do that haze. So. It's one of the reasons.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said that might actually help the haze, right?
What's that?
The lighter spots up there.
Well, there's some texture you can see in the sky.
All right.
See?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad except for the fact that if it's supposed to look like clear sky and not night clouds,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And that is something I've been back and forth a little bit on too, is whether or not I wanted to do clouds.
All right. I said, all right. It's definitely come a long way, man. And I'm proud to say I've been here every step.
Me too.
I hope so, man.
Suppose anybody noticed if I cut out for a second?
Just put the brush on the spring and just like kind of bounce it a little bit before you leave.
Yeah, leave it on the fish hook and let the cat mess with it.
There you go. No, maybe not. Yeah, police streets.
Right. It probably wouldn't be a popular thing, right?
Nah. Sounds good in theory.
You can see a huge difference in layer 1 and layer 2.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I'm going to do a layer 3 kind of when I do the Prussian blue in a minute. What's going to take that longest to dry before I do Prussian blue actually. Oh, hey, that was a good save and nobody saw it.
In working order, but we heard it. Yeah.
That is what I saved.
Hooray!
Hooray!
One good day is saved.
Yeah, it came to save the thinner. Let's see if I can do this without getting paint all over my hands.
Drum roll, please.
My patron said that he's going to stop in and check out some. I don't know when that will be, but that's going to be very cool because I don't think he's got an opportunity to.
Right on. It'd be good to hear his reaction. Or see it.
If he reacts. Like, I haven't named him because I don't know if he wants to be named, if he cares or not, you know. I would think he wouldn't care, but I don't want to do that. You know, it's a privacy issue. I actually said something to him before, but I think he kind of glazed over it.
All right.
He's got a lot of stuff going on.
We'll call him He Who Shall Not Be Named. You're painting for Voldemort.
I'll just call him my patron for now.
There you go.
Because that's, you know, what he is. My patron.
Right on. What's in the name, really? Couple vowels, some syllables.
Depends on the name.
Right.
I've seen names that are all vowels or all syllables.
Right.
Believe it or not. The actual name for Egypt that the Egyptians called it had no vowels, and it was not Egypt. Egypt actually is theorized to be created by the Celts, and they weren't necessarily referring to what we think of as Egypt when they were.
Right.
Because the place names are different. And you can find statues of Isis and talk of Isis
Right.
all the way up to France and Britain.
See, where else can you go to get awesome painting, entertainment, and
Useless
a
knowledge.
history lesson? It's fantastic. Sign me up. Wait, I'll read this guy. Sign you up. Get you. Right on.
One of these days I will start with the small stuff.
I doubt it.
Oh, I will. Probably when I remember to bring the hair dryer down.
Oh, well, like I said, never.
Well, if you're going to remind me,
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
If you remember.
Of course I will. My brain's like a steel trap. Yeah. Yeah.
Your brain's like a silk trap.
Yeah. No, string cheese.
My brain's like a silk trap.
Yeah, yeah. Like a lobster trap.
I can't believe people voted to see the sky painted.
Hey, man.
Well, I guess maybe they were assuming I was going to do something special.
Mm. I'm voting to see the paint dry.
Well, we all have different levels of engagement.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Amanda was saying that earlier. She's like, I got paint drying out back. And I'm like, well, you don't have to go watch it.
You know, people actually used to get paid to watch paint dry. Fun fact. More useless knowledge for you guys. That would make for a long day. What did you do today? I watched 3 houses dry.
You know, bare knuckle boxing, the reason that they have the saying that you're taking off the kid gloves.
Yeah.
Kid gloves are goat skin, but they started wearing them because the bare knuckle boxers in the West, the early West, would literally knock each other's eyeballs out.
Oh,
like they hit the side of their head and knock their eyeballs out, and they'd fall into like sawdust because that's what the floor was, you know, sawdust.
Right.
So they instituted a rule to wear kid gloves to soften the blow enough to not knock people's eyeballs out.
So it doesn't mean what everybody has thought for all these years.
Well, it might mean it more literally than they thought it.
Well, a lot of people think they're children gloves. They're made of real children.
I think actually the expression kid for children came later than that too.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm talking nowadays. I'm not talking throughout history.
Well, it's darker, but it's still really kind of, I don't know, I guess we'll have to dry it before we can go into that, right? So the next step is...
To me, it kind of looks like distant cloud cover with the moon reflecting off of it.
Yeah, it's a little choppy. It's not dry yet either. When it dries, like I said, it's dry darker. So.
Right on.
And that's the reason that I was talking about maybe putting some clouds in there, because I can go in there with something that's dark. Not this dark, but dark, and still kind of achieve that look.
Right on.
Ooh, let's see. There's Burnt Umber. Should probably do a little Burnt Sienna too.
What is that?
Amanda getting into her Mother's Day cake.
Tear it up, Satan.
What did you tell me about the dryer? Was that like fuck you or something?
What?
When I asked about the hairdryer?
It's sitting right there.
Oh, she brought it down and put it right behind my back. I can't see it because I'm in this chair and painting.
It's alright, man.
Now I have to figure out how to use it. Like plug it in and stuff.
Woohoo!
Hairdryer.
Hey, Jason's back, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Jason, do you have a site that you want to plug? Or a comic that you want to plug or something? I'll do a little bit of brown here. That's that landmass I was talking about.
Right on.
Just want to do a little bit. Can you guys see? You can't.
Nah, you're down behind the RWA.
Yeah. I'll just turn this a little bit for now.
There you go. Alright.
I'm just going to add a little. What I wanted to do is point at Cthulhu.
Right. Just don't say you're adding happy little trees.
No trees.
Alright.
Probably nothing happy either.
Well, you know. Grumpy little cliff over here.
Right? Sharp, pointy little cliff. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I think it's got Alex Ross vibes to it, but hey, that's a compliment and I'll take it.
Very nice.
This is still just the modeling stage. There's gonna be veins in the wings, and there's gonna be like a haze around the moon, and I'm gonna do some dark stuff around, and then redo the planes. But right now, I'm adding a darker landmass just so that what I was talking about, the reason that I'm adding this is before that was just a blue space and it could literally give your eye a place to just go off the picture. But we don't want to go off the picture. We want to redirect that eye towards Cthulhu. So
Right. I could definitely pick up what you're putting down, man.
I'm actually going to come from the part of the wing for it too.
Right.
So, since we have a hairdryer,
Woohoo! It's about that time, man. She's dancing around and she's starting to whine.
for those that don't know, that's his dog.
Yes, the little old lady. I'll be back. All right.
Just about may have space to use a hairdryer. So I'm going to turn my mic off for a minute so that the hairdryer doesn't deafen everybody. Oh, maybe not. Let's see a solution to the plug. Well, since I can plug it in, I'm going to work around the stuff that I can work on. Yes. Can't plug it in because it's got one of those weird wide plugs that won't fit in the strip I'm using. I have to unplug all the stuff that I'm using, lights, cameras. That might work a little. This is the move that everybody actually wanted me to do for the top of the sky. Well, a lot of people wanted to anyway.
And I'm back. I miss Nico so much.
I got the hair dryer and I can't plug it in.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah. Yeah, the plug that it has is this big weird plug. It's a 2-prong plug, but it's just this weird bulky unit that it's coming out of.
Right on.
So yeah, what?
You got the big old fat guy for this one, huh?
Yep, not as big and fat as I used to be.
Let's talk about the brunt.
Well, yes and no. There is a bigger flat that I have and a bigger filbert that I have, really. And I kind of like this flat. It's the one that I created the texture with the other flames with.
Right on.
So feel like I can kind of recreate it a little bit.
Groovy.
Mainly what I want to do is get the sky very dark around the flames. I want it to look kind of like dark smoke.
All right.
And at nighttime, you have to look close to see the smoke.
Yeah.
It's there, but what's cool is some of the layer before stays.
Right on.
Some of the layer before leaves. And, you know, what I did for the flames, I'm going to go back over. But with this darker blue here, it'll create a heavier contrast. Really stronger. And the more the contrast, you know.
Yeah.
Could also say the more the contrast, the more interesting it is. I like that. What do you think? Pretty dark.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I like it.
Looks like smoke, right?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, is kind of play around with some tones. I want this to dry so I can get back to that, but It actually looks like it's getting there. It's a little tacky. You know how to find out.
Yeah, put your hand in it.
You, yes, play the little Dutch boy. This is a really good color over that other blue, but it doesn't look very dingy, does it?
Not really.
Like, you're not here in person to see it, but
Yeah, I'm not getting it like you're getting it.
it's more. It looks more like midnight blue than what it does without having two different colors undercoating it.
Right.
So Payne's gray. And corner just wants to get dark blue. Many consecutive layers later, I'm going to do a little bit of this over here too. Can't do what? Oh. Well, you've got a fan. Well, that escalated quickly.
You know, it's all right. Sure, I touched my nipple on camera.
It's all good till the dude from the people under the stairs shows up.
Or Annie Wilkes.
So now, unfortunately, I can't use the big brush anymore. It's uncool how long it took me just to put that blue cap back on. So what I'm doing is we'll mix these two colors in the middle. It really does look kind of cloudy, smoky, so I think we're going to play with that a little bit. You gotta talk, not just type.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I'm just, you know. Yeah, man. Looking good, though, man. Yeah. Sometimes I get a bit carried away. I can't help it.
Sometimes I get a diggle.
What? Yeah, you. No. Oh shit. Moha. You know. Yeah. You ever been drinking some milk and think, this is good, but it could be butter? I could see Mom laughing her ass off. Thanks, Brett. I appreciate that. Face hugger! Run! Look out! Run! Your face hugger! No! Look out! It's going to eat you! Don't you lay its eggs in your belly? I'm playing with my toys. You know? I'm allowed. Right? You go there. Man, it won't stand up for me, man. There we go. That's perfect right there. What's up? That sounds like frustration.
No, it's not frustration. It's just kind of tedious. What I want to do and what's available. And
Right on.
got another liner brush I didn't even think about.
What was that?
Oh, I said I got another liner brush that I didn't even think about. So I guess I'm going to try a filbert for a little bit.
There you go.
So the filbert is it's got a round top. It's basically a flat that way.
Yeah.
So I can draw lines with it.
All right.
And a lot of oil painters, this is the brush of choice with oils.
Okay.
It's not usually the same for me with acrylics. Like you saw, most of this is round brush.
Right.
Round brush and flat brush, but mostly round brush. This is what you get when you mix the two. What I'm going to try to do is, filbert.
All right.
I'm actually very tempted to try to just go up in value that way.
A toothless termite walked into a bar and asked, "Where's the bartender?" Thank you. I'll be here all night.
I was watching a little interview with Stephen Wright yesterday.
Right on.
Somebody asked him what his favorite joke was.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so I was at my grandfather's funeral, and I looked in the coffin, and I thought, well, did they try to turn him the other way?
Wow.
Right? Then one of the guys that was there when he was being interviewed was all like, "This is so exciting. I used to listen to you as a kid. And, like, my mom wouldn't let me listen to Eddie Murphy and tell Eddie Murphy jokes because they were too naughty, and you were clean, so I could listen to you." He's like, "I still have," he said, "I think 4 jokes that I remember," and he's like, one of them was, like, my mother used to have what did he say? We used to have a quicksand box. I was only an only child after a while. Thought it was funny because we were talking about Stephen Wright and his delivery the other day.
Yeah.
And then I was talking about that with Amanda too.
I like when he was talking about this confused dog. We used to have a dog and then we'd stay. And every time I told him come here, he was confused. He'd be like, "Come here, stay." He was freaking annoying.
Like I said, the one that I always remembered most was I invented instant water, just couldn't figure out what to add.
Right. Yep.
That's classic Stephen Wright.
Definitely. A lot of his jokes went under the radar. Unless you know.
Well, in this interview, he was talking about all the guys that really he was at the comedy club with, and there was a lot of people. A lot of people asked him how he developed his routine, and he's like, well, this is just how I talk.
Right.
I like the idea of all of this looking smoky on the bottom,
Right on.
which it kind of does.
Yeah.
But on the top, I want it to be pretty clean, I guess, because I want to put some stars in it. But I don't know. What do you think? What does everybody think? If I'm doing a mist around the moon, then you know.
I kind of like it the way it is, actually. That's just my opinion. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see it the way you see it.
All right.
Like I have to stop and actually look at the screen to even get an idea. This is the background, and it shouldn't be, unless it's a major part of the picture, it shouldn't be a major part of the picture. You know?
Right.
It shouldn't take away from what's going on in the picture. The picture always in any kind of illustration, the picture should be telling a story.
Right.
I just can't get that dark enough for me to be happy. Well, consistent enough, not dark, consistent.
Right.
I think it looks fairly consistent here, but that kind of tells me that I need to paint the whole friggin' thing with a small round. And, oh, would that take forever? This is that I'm just softly kind of grazing.
Right on.
What's really interesting to me that I don't know if you guys can see it at all is there's a texture that appears to be coming through everything from the brush strokes of the original Payne's Gray.
Yeah.
Even though the color is solidly something else,
Right on.
it's still coming through so that it's, I don't know, it's very painterly. I don't usually do very painterly type stuff like that. Ooh, this is almost ready. Haha. Should be ready by our normal 2.5 hour mark.
Hey, man. That's cool.
Well, actually, I've got a lot done. The whole sky's done.
Yeah, man.
I think though I need to reshape this flame a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pull it over here a little bit, but I think it's too straight. I don't know really what I could call it. It doesn't didn't feel natural enough. Now it looks a little bit more natural.
I see what you're saying. I can totally dig it, man. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I'm still going to be coming through there with the oranges and stuff.
Right.
once that coat dries. But that's all, to me, that's all detail layer. We have to get the background layer before we can do that, you know, so. This is pretty good. We want it to feel organic, you know. And
Yeah.
It's kind of tough sometimes to get that organic feel and get that triangular shape or whatever you want
Right on.
without overdoing it.
Brett says it's looking good. I agree.
Yeah, I appreciate the votes of confidence, really. I don't know about any other artists, I can't speak for them, but when I'm working, I have love-hate times. And I'm never really sure if it's working
All right.
until somebody else is like, yeah, that looks really good or something. Not everybody will feel the same way either, you know. Like someone, like that dude, the You Suck dude. I don't know if he's even been here in a while. I guess he showed up just to make sure I didn't get a big head.
Once the picture started looking good, he was like, damn. Guess he can't do that anymore.
Well, I guess he did come back and make a positive comment later, but.
Oh, well, that's good.
But, you know, that was well after. A lot of us artists are stupidly sensitive. We don't want to admit it, but it's obvious, you know, when somebody down talks or stuff or whatever.
Right on.
A lot of times I've kind of gotten used to the fact that some people just can't do it. You know, they just can't see something and be all like, oh, that looks cool.
Right.
Like, I have a hard time doing that unless I literally think it really looks cool. Like, I won't lie to somebody. If I literally think it looks cool, I literally think it looks cool. You know?
The way I see it, if I can't do a better job, I ain't going to say nothing bad about it.
Well, you know, that's
I might say it's
that's
not
guaranteed.
my style.
That's guaranteed to not be everybody right there.
Right on.
It would be nice if people were, you know, hey, I'm not that good, or I'm, you know, still learning, or whatever.
Right on.
That would be cool. I mean, I don't think anyone would ever have a problem with that. That looks smoother to you?
Yeah.
Couple spots. Yeah, I'm thinking the filbert might want to be what's used on the upper part of the sky. I don't know how dry the upper part of the sky is, though.
I see a couple moist spots up there.
I do see a couple moist spots. I'm not overly worried about those moist spots, but
All right.
some of them look moister than they are, and some of them do not.
Right.
What I'm thinking of, what I did there was I just put another coating over it. That wasn't completely dry either. Matter of fact, if you think about it, I did that much later than I did that. So.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I want to dry the filbert enough to not thin the paint with the wet that I just dipped it in to rinse it.
Right.
But I want to see if I can use this blue with this brush and have a better effect. So far, looks pretty good. Yeah, a lot of it's that you have to get a really, really thick coat over it because the undertoning is so dark.
Right on. Yeah.
Like once I get this on, believe it or not, I can come in with a different blue and with that blending agent, the thinner, and do some fades in the sky if I want to. This is why I bought that extra tube. Because that small tube's not going to last long this way.
Yeah.
Hey Brett, you got anything fresh for this weekend? For tomorrow? Are you still there? Major thing with any brushes, you're going to get a stroke, a starting point on that stroke.
Right.
If you lay it down hard and then pull. So you want to lay it down as soft as you can and then pull if you want to eliminate the stroke or eliminate as much of the stroke as you can. Like, I'm not overly concerned that you see a stroke, but I want to have it look a smooth blue in the end, you know?
Right. I got you.
That is the key. This area, if you remember when we started, this was actually the lightest area. The thinnest area.
Yeah. I remember. And so does Pepperidge Farms. They always remember.
Can't remember, they won't let you forget.
The hatred they bestow upon
your
neck
snack.
with a fatal blow. From your cheek to your tongue, good thing I swallowed, but it just begun. Yeah, and so on.
That's why I cleverly changed the words. But
Yeah.
you didn't.
And well, they went along with what you said.
You didn't, but you forged on.
Well, you know, from the snack, you know, the initial bite
Right?
goes from your teeth to your tongue, so, you know.
We do a lot of that around here. Kind of weird alisms. I should say I do a lot of that around here.
It runs in the family.
It amuses Eli, so
Right.
it also amuses
And
me.
yeah. I'm like, if I say something and somebody doesn't think it's funny, it don't hurt my feelings. Because if I think it's funny, I'm going to laugh.
Right.
If somebody else enjoys it too, hey, great.
This is where the maul stick really comes in handy.
All right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you're on a easel, you can lay the maul stick on the top of the easel at an angle, and then just lean your hand on the maul stick.
Right on.
That look like it's a more consistent blue now.
Yeah, it is.
I don't mind a little of the cloud look behind there. I think maybe that's a good idea because I really like the way that looks. Like it's kind of rushing up here.
Yeah.
It's kind of boiling up.
Mhm.
But I want to have a sky that it's boiling up too, instead of it's just boiling up.
I got you, man.
I was hoping we get a big turnout. I spoke to some friends. And I don't know. I'll have to check because last time we had a bigger turnout or a bigger audience than it appeared,
Right on.
and some of it we didn't see till the next day. So, like I had 2 people subscribe to the channel. No, 3.
Very cool.
And one of them, like I saw him subscribe, like it said the number,
Right.
but it didn't say. I had an alert today that that person by name did,
All right.
which is really weird.
Hmm.
I don't want to give people's names away, but they don't,
I can do
Wanna-
it. I understand what you do.
I want to feel like I'm doxing someone. I don't think most people really care, but
Right.
a lot of people hide behind their nicknames or their online personas or whatever you want to call it.
Right on.
I don't. My online persona is Rich Ware.
Right. Good, see.
I don't hide behind any of that stuff. So. I've got this sneaking suspicion that I'm going to be peeling cat hair out of this paint.
You're
I'm
probably
pretty sure the little shithead has climbed up on the painting because it's right in front of a window.
right on.
But he waits till we're gone because he knows I don't like him up here.
Oh yeah.
It's really weird. That cat is really strange. Like, probably right now, yep, he is sitting in my seat. Like, I have a pillow set up and a pillow for my back set up.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in that little space instead of sitting on that whole entire rest of the couch. And then he'll know when I move in the room, I'll be like, get the fuck out of my seat. He knows. He knows.
Oh yeah. That means he likes you.
That fucker bit me yesterday.
Love bite.
No, that was a pretty fucking hard bite. Like, if I hadn't had a shirt on, I think he would have actually broke the skin.
Why did he bite you?
I don't have any clue. I was petting him. He liked the petting. It was good petting.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden he kind of cocked his head back, and then I pulled away, and then he fucking looked at me for a second and then charged me.
Overstimulated.
And I'm like, get the fuck
exactly
out of
what
here.
that is.
Like, I will kill you. I don't even like you that much.
Yeah, when cats get overstimulated, they do that.
Shit, just stuck my thumb in the paint. Well, I guess there's a thumbprint there now.
Cool. Your thumbs up seal of approval.
Father, sister, brother, cousin, uncle. That is something that Eli finds funny to no end too.
What's that?
Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, uncle.
Yeah, yeah. I used to say that a lot.
Yep. I got it from that because it was instead of saying
Right.
the other mother phrase.
Yeah.
And that's why he likes it, because he knows what it's replacing.
Right.
He finds that funny. And actually, I guess technically, he finds anything that either frustrates you or you hurt yourself on pretty amusing. Like, thanks, son.
Well, yeah. That used to be mom, man. Every time we'd fall, bam. Rah, ha, ha, ha. Are you okay? Rah, ha, ha. We're like, yeah, mom. It's okay. My arm bone's just poking through my skin, but I'm fine. I'm glad I could amuse you. When we go to the
Go out and
hospital,
play. Don't come home. Don't come home until dinner time unless you're bleeding.
right?
We got your arm hanging off.
But it wasn't bleeding. Didn't quite break the skin yet.
Yeah, that looks a lot more like what I wanted it to.
Yeah.
That only took 3 layers right there. Now, cover the one that I just brought up with my hand. Yeah, I'd like to, that would be my goal for the night, I guess, to get that little gut of land mass done. I love those color fades. Looks way better in person to me, but you know,
It looks really good on camera.
there's a little bit here that I need to go back over.
Right.
But I think I'm just going to bring this blue right down to it.
All right.
I don't want it to be important. I don't want it to take away from the picture. Yeah, the reason that looks so solid though is because I just went over it very thickly with the paint.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, like I was telling you that I was, actually I was talking to Michael Whelan a little bit through Twitter.
All right.
He's, you would know him if you don't know his name already. You would know him as the artist who did Chaos AD's cover.
All right.
Actually, a Roz Chaos AD.
Yeah. That was an awesome cover, man.
Stephen King's Dark Tower books.
Right on.
He's done a lot of kick-ass books. That's why he commands whatever price he asks. You know?
Well, yeah.
But he paints in acrylics, and he paints some amazing stuff. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's just astounding. Like, tiny, tiny detailed people like this big, and you can see their limbs and their head, and they're walking around this big, giant cement geometrical shape, and like it's all like looking rusty and everything. It's just he's ultra realistic like that. It's pretty badass.
That's good.
So he paints in acrylics.
All right.
And I was talking to him about it. So I was wanting to see if he had a process video or if he had something up on YouTube, which he doesn't. And he said that he doesn't do process videos and stuff like that because he changes his process for every painting. Some of them he wants to look like they're oils, and some of them he uses airbrush on the backgrounds for, some of them he don't. It's really kind of cool to think about it. That, and I do that too. Like I change my process for almost every painting, but I'm willing to show my process because even though it's different for every painting, there are still some basic principles that remain the same. And he was reaffirming those same principles too because he uses the same thing. And that's that he uses layers like I do. The Cthulhu I painting in this series, I just layered it with washes pretty much and built it up until I was doing the final darks and final lights, and those are pretty much as opaque as I could get them.
Right.
And that's basically what he does. How he achieves a look, he said that a lot of times he'll, like when he does a sky, he works back to front, and I normally work back to front with acrylics too, which means I paint the sky in instead of just a base coat.
Right.
So like I'd paint the whole sky in and then lay my stencil on top of it to put the information out there. He doesn't. I don't know if he stencils or not, because he could very well just draw with paint. A lot of guys do. I don't because I'm a control freak, I guess. I want to. Well, I want to make sure that it's the way I want it.
Right.
And
ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot of artists out there that they don't have to make sure that that's the way they want it. They're confident enough that they can just go back and forth and push and pull until they get the look they want.
Right. All right.
For me, I want to build it from something, but build it in layers over what I'm trying to get. And that's what he was saying he does too, is that he tries to blend the colors before he puts them on, so he's not mixing them. That's kind of what I did with all this. Like I didn't blend them on the canvas. A little bit here and there I touched with the thinner to blend, but most of it, you saw it, I blended it as I went.
Right.
And like I mixed the color that I wanted, I layered it in, let it dry, come over it with another layer. He does that with thinner layers. So what I did with 6 layers here, he would do with maybe 30.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he builds it up and builds it up. But it looks so smooth, everything looks airbrushed.
Right. Okay.
Again, I am not to that stage, and I don't know if I'll ever be to that stage. But that's another thing that I wanted to stress by doing these videos, is that every artist is different. Every artist does something to their style that's different. Their style is theirs. That's what being an artist is all about.
Well, that's how you can tell the great artists of the past apart. Their own personal style, their own, Everybody.
Yeah, I guess to a degree. a lot of them, like Da Vinci, he painted. He apprenticed. He finished the master's paintings before he ever started his own.
Okay.
And for years and years and years, he just painted hair. He painted little details that they wanted to make sure he got right. If you look at the Mona Lisa, the background, the greens and stuff in the background,
Yeah.
that's not actually green. There's a very thin layer of red, there's a very thin layer of blue, there's a very thin layer of yellow, and he builds that up until he gets that color. There's over 100 layers. So that's some of the master's approaches like that too. I'm not that patient. I mean, I'm patient, but I'm not that patient. Like I'm very happy with how this is looking. I mean, I'm probably gonna tweak it and tweak it and tweak it because that's what you do. But this all looks like a fiery haze now.
Mm-hmm.
This looks a lot smoother like I wanted it to now. It's not perfect smooth, but mostly smooth.
Right.
So,
right.
but it looks like what's not smooth is the little bit that's escaping from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was about to say. It looks like
And that's
that little
kind
smoke
of,
is like it's you know,
yeah,
going up.
it's kind of what I wanted to get out of it. Now, when I put the flames back in, this is going to be very dry before I do. But when I put the edges of the flames back in, I'll go over that dark and they will stand out a little bit. And then they'll mix a little bit with that dark in some spots to
Right.
create a brown or whatever. But that's actually the way you see flames. That's actually the way you see smoke from the flames.
Right. Right.
Especially at nighttime, you don't see the smoke. You unless you're right up on the fire, it's just kind of a discoloration in the air. But what you're doing is flames are transparent.
Yeah.
So unless there's a lot of them and they're really bright, you'll be able to see through them. So that's what I'm doing. Like I brush them in, and then I'm brushing them back out. Now I'm leaving a little bit of space right here where my name is.
Right.
Leaving a little bit of space right here, just mostly for glow. I'm going to add that orange glow to that.
All right.
And the last thing I'm going to do tonight is kind of give a little bit of orange right through there. I don't think here. Nope, that's really wet.
Yeah. I can tell by looking at it.
Yeah, you can see different than what I'm seeing though. This
Right.
is really shiny to you. That's really flat to me. So
Like
like
a flat dull.
get a better
There you
idea.
go. That looks much better.
So, yeah. I just want to get a couple of spots. I didn't even get the orange paint out yet. That's what I'm doing right now. I want to get a couple of spots with the orange. Mm-mm. That wasn't orange. That was the brown that was laying right next to the orange. Shut up and take it. Oh. Oh my God.
Now, man.
That's not it. It is now.
Mhm.
What do you mean it's not it? Working for me.
Okay.
This is the least amount that I could put on the canvas and make it look like that.
All right.
Or canvas. Let me go right back because it sounds like I've been smoking something that I haven't. This is the least amount that I could put on the palette. Like literally, I just barely squeezed the tube.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. Really. Did Brett leave without answering my question? Did he leave?
Oh, no.
Did he leave? Did he bolt?
Don't leave, Brett. Don't leave us.
I have that effect on people.
Me too, apparently.
I think Amanda was the same. She's been with me so long, people are probably questioning our sanity,
Yeah, right.
including her.
Well, you know,
I did get her a new outfit for Mother's Day,
very cool.
and I got her. Well, you know, the thing is this family is not one of those. We're gonna surprise you families, because either nobody knows what to surprise the other person with, or it just doesn't work out that you can get something to surprise the other person.
Right.
Like in all the years that Amanda's been trying to surprise me, she got me something like pretty much inconsequential through the mail. It was something small. I don't even remember what it was, but it was it was something that I had wanted and I'd mentioned like once in passing. And she ordered it. I never knew she ordered it, and I'm like, wow, what's that? Like, that surprised me. But that's how you pull off a surprise, right? You have to know what they want. If you don't know what they want, how are you going to pull off a surprise? You got plans for tomorrow?
Jake's supposed to come over and help me out, set up the computer and everything. He's gonna set me up on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't do Twitch. I don't know why. Probably because I just don't want to mess with it. This streaming service,
Uh huh.
you can, once you have an account wherever, you can use this service and they'll just, like what we're doing right now, it's posting to YouTube as we're doing this.
Right on.
But it will also post to 3 more.
All right.
In the bracket that I paid for, it'll post to 3.
Very cool.
I don't have 3 that I'm doing. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like, and I think about it, and I'm like, well, what 3 do I want? You know, and really, YouTube, Facebook is pissing me off, so I don't want to do anything with them.
Mm.
I think Facebook is pissing a lot of people off. For me, I just took a picture. Actually, I sent it to you. That Bono picture.
Yeah.
So, somebody posted that as a meme. I thought it was funny. I copied the picture, pasted it into my timeline, and within minutes they were all like, this violates community standards, and like, how the fuck does it violate community standards if it's still there? Like, what the picture I used is still there. How is that violating community standards?
Yeah, it ain't like it's showing anything.
Well, no, and it's it doesn't actually say literally anything derogative either.
No, I don't.
It implies it if you have a sense of humor, but
Yeah.
apparently Facebook doesn't have one of them.
Nah.
Less and less people nowadays do anyway.
It's funny you bring up Facebook though. Some chick got a hold of me today. I was on Instagram talking with Aaliyah, and she chimes in and she like friends me, so I'm like, what the hell, you know? See what's up? And she's like, oh, I'm a representative of Mark Zuckerberg, blah 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 blah. You've been chosen for blah blah. You know, $1 million in a brand new truck. You know, out of 5 names, yours was chosen. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah, that's bullshit anyway.
Yeah, I knew it was, but I wanted to see how far it would go. And she's like, yeah, just all you got to do is give me your name, your address, a copy of your ID card. Right there, I was like, block.
Sure, let me get that for you.
Yeah. I'll copy that right off for you. You want some for your kids?
Just hang on a minute.
Let me run off a couple copies for your friends and family, too.
Yeah, let me get you the name of the first car that I drove and my pet dog.
Yeah, right. You want my
My mother's maiden name.
Yeah, right. Oh, here, you can have all my passwords, too.
The reason that I didn't go all the way down or all the way up with this dark blue,
Yeah.
because I'm using this particular dark blue to create this kind of blackish color, which is what I did with the others.
Right on.
So I want to match them.
Okay.
I'm glad you answered me like somebody cares. Because, and I'm basically talking to anyone who's watching later on, but you sure make me feel like you're interested.
I am. I can't do it. I'm learning different techniques and shit watching you.
I may have to, when I go back into the hots, to tweak them. I guess that's pretty much the next thing is I'm going to have to, while we're off screen, if this paint dries, and well, it should dry because it's Sunday and Monday.
Right.
I'm going to make a stencil. What I'm going to do is take that paper and take an X-Acto knife and cut the tentacles out so that I've got the paper that I can lay down to block part of the moon if I need to do the tentacles, and the tentacles to lay down when I do the haze around the moon. And I'm just going to lay some tape down over here and over here so that doesn't get interrupted.
You got frog tape?
I have got 3 different kinds of artist masking tape.
All right.
So, I guess the short answer is no, because I don't know what frog tape is specifically. But
Well,
the
it's
long
like
answer,
Oh, go ahead.
the long answer is I've got tape to do the job.
Very cool. Yeah, frog tape is a green painter's tape. That,
Okay.
I mean, it sticks, but it won't seal the paint from the surface.
Yeah, that's what I've got as artist tape. The consistency of the glue is not.
Yeah. That's about the same thing.
The consistency of the glue is not quite the same.
I used to hate using that blue painter's tape because you'd stick it down, and as soon as you pull it up, it's killing paint right off the wall.
Well, I have that blue painter's tape.
All right.
I have white artist tape, which is, it really doesn't even stick as well as that, like it doesn't lay down as well as that.
All right.
But it doesn't need to because that's not the job,
Yeah.
Can't tell how that reads from there. It's trying to build up another layer of brown, a darker layer of brown. I don't want it to be as bright as this. Now it's, like I said, and I've said all through it, it's going to darken as it goes as it dries, but
Right on.
I don't know for sure how much it's going to darken. That's why I'm kind of tinkering around with it. So this needs to be darker than this.
All right.
This is further back than this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be a whole lot darker because there's going to be a little bit of that kind of soft fire haze going on there.
Right. I got you, man.
Ah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I guess I'm going to reshape that part. It went into the blue and I couldn't just wipe it off.
Right on.
So, there is a cure. This is it. And it's in a state of not quite dry. see how it looks. Shoulder's messed up.
Mm.
It looks really dark there because you can't see with no light on it.
But yeah,
What about that? Yeah, there's no there's no happy. I have to turn both of the lights off like I do at the end.
right on.
But I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
So everything points at Cthulhu. Except the moon, but the moon is madness, right?
Exactly. I'm loving the way that moon turned out.
Well, the moon didn't turn out yet. I'm not done.
Well, the way it is so far. How's that?
There's a couple of things I can do to the moon.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm going to do is going to soften the edges of it. That's what we were talking about.
Right.
Let's see if I can show off everything else at the bottom here. Oh yeah, that looks nice on camera.
Yeah, come on.
Hmm.
There we go. Yeah, so I can put kind of ochres or like a brown mixture, like a light brown mixture into some of the pits of that moon to bring the faces out a little bit more.
All right.
Or I can soften it so that you have to really look close. So I'm going to soften it first because that will make that glow around the moon. I really think that with all the smoke on the bottom and the figures being crisp like they are now, we're pretty close, really. I mean, I've got to do to the hot side what I did to the cool side,
Right.
and then see if there's anything that needs to be done more on the cool side. It shouldn't be that much. Then I'm going to focus my attention on her for a little while. So I think that's probably the next video. That's what it's going to be. It's I want to have that haze done. I don't even know if I'm going to go into the tentacle at all, except for maybe to just fuzz it a little bit on the edges. Because I want it to kind of be back shadowed by the moon.
Right. Dan says it looks kick ass.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking it more and more.
Yeah, man.
I want to see what it looks like when it's dry, though. So really what we're seeing is still when it's wet, because all of this is all of it gummy.
Right on.
And it'll be Monday, we'll see the difference. Like, we'll really see the difference. But that layer of ultramarine blue and that layer of
Hey, you too, Dan. Go ahead.
that layer of Prussian blue. Yeah, have a great night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
watching with me.
Thanks. Always a pleasure, man. Good job,
So
man.
I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna enlarge the screen, Joe, for a minute,
All right, then.
because when you want to say your goodbyes, and then when I end it, I want to end with a full screen of this.
Right on. Well, before he does it, y'all have a good night. God bless. Thanks for showing up. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do it. Ring that bell, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in a couple of days.
Thanks for showing up.